Samsung has collapsed -8.77% to $255,000, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Thursday, July 16th, and this is your complete global market briefing. Investors are selectively buying in some sectors while reducing exposure in others. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is trading higher by plus 0.38%, at $7,572.40. Equity markets are responding to reports that stock market today, Dow, S&P 500, NASDAQ rise as Apple notches record high Yahoo Finance. NASDAQ 100 is trading lower by minus 0.28%, at $29,503. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite, chipmakers drop. Dow Jones ticked up plus 0.29% to $52,659. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500 and NASDAQ end higher on cool inflation data, solid bank earnings. DAX is trading lower by minus 0.58%, at $24,855. The move follows reports that Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite, chipmakers drop. FTSE 100 is trading lower by minus 0.38%, at $10,475. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500 and NASDAQ end higher on cool inflation data, solid bank earnings. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung made a dramatic move today, plunged minus 8.77% to $255,000. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. HBM3 yield rates for AI training chips are the most critical near-term metric. Any positive update would drive a meaningful earnings upgrade cycle. The memory upcycle is intact, but Samsung's foundry losses are a drag. A recovery in smartphone DRAM pricing would add a second earnings lever. Apple surged plus 4.01% to $327.50 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Apple rises 20% in 3 months. Buy, sell or hold the stock. Trading view. The market is pricing in a multi-year AI-driven super upgrade cycle. That may be optimistic on timing, but the services business provides a floor to earnings growth. Near term, any iPhone demand commentary from Asian supply chain checks will move the stock. The Vision Pro trajectory is less relevant for near-term earnings. Rocket Lab plunged minus 3.31% to $76.20 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that RKLB stock rises overnight. Rocket Lab completes major engine test ahead of Neutron's first launch, Yahoo Finance. Neutron medium-lift rocket development is the key valuation catalyst. A successful first launch would dramatically expand the addressable market and justify a meaningful re-rating. Space Systems revenue from satellite components and manufacturing is a steady, often overlooked earnings base. Watch for any Neutron program update or new DoD launch contract. Alphabet surged plus 3.17% to $370.92 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Google stock. Do RE growth drivers justify the premium valuation? Trading view. Search revenue resilience in an AI disruption environment is the primary debate. AI overviews are monetizing better than feared, and YouTube is accelerating. Google Cloud is now a credible number 3 player. The wildcard is the DOJ antitrust remedy. Any forced structural change would be a significant multiple derating event. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, the move follows reports that Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite, chipmakers drop. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. Central bank policy is at the forefront of investor minds. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500 and NASDAQ end higher on cool inflation data, solid bank earnings. Equity markets are responding to reports that S&P 500 and NASDAQ end higher on cool inflation data, solid bank earnings. Turning to commodities. Brent crude slipped to $84.70 per barrel, down 0.29% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that OPEC cuts demand forecast again as the oil market starts looking past Hormuz. Crude oil prices today, oilprice.com. WTI crude held steady to $79.59 per barrel, down 0.01% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that OPEC cuts demand forecast again as the oil market starts looking past Hormuz. Crude oil prices today, oilprice.com. Natural gas dipped to $2.90, down 0.65% on the session. The move follows reports that Wall Street ends lower as Iran tensions dampen risk appetite, chipmakers drop. Gold slipped to $4,038 per troy ounce, down 0.15% on the session. The gold move is partly driven by why is gold a safe haven investment? Yahoo Finance. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. With the selling pressure we have seen today, the key support level for Samsung is around $239,700. A failure to hold there could accelerate the decline and attract further sellers. For a recovery, bulls need to see a fundamental shift in the drivers weighing on prices. This is our view. Always do your own research. In the currency markets, euro to US dollar is at 1.15, gaining 0.39% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.35, gaining 0.83% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 162.18, losing 0.01% on the day. Currency markets are reacting to gold prices slide as strong dollar outweighs safe haven demand. MSN. Here is what we will be watching closely in the days ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. We cover every major global market, every single day. If this kind of daily, actionable analysis is useful to you, please support us with a like and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds and it means a great deal to this channel. Share this with anyone who invests or trades, they will thank you for it. That wraps up today's coverage from MTRS_Market Pulse. This content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Stay disciplined, and we will see you tomorrow. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.